Pippin say you apologize to Clownfish. I will apologize for like
Kevin Smith name dropping Clownfish on his live stream panel thingy yesterday. Here's where a lot of people are going to be very, very upset no matter what. Who am I? I am Mecha. I am your favorite YouTube consumer advocate here on the internet. I'm a harpy at that. I harp on everything. Do not watch Masters of the Universe Revelation, especially until it's actually finished. If you've seen any of the marketing or any of the media or any of the controversy surrounding, there's a lot. Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot of controversy surrounding this, and I don't think a lot of fans are going to enjoy seeing some of the things that go on in this series right now, especially in today's modern day climate, in today's combative tribal reading. And one of the big controversies and messes and kerfuffles with this Masters of the Universe thing has been a lot of the teams of, oh, well, Kevin Smith lied and Kevin Smith attacked Clownfish. Let's talk a little bit about that, because I've gone through and combed countless videos of every time that the media makes an article saying Kevin Smith's super fan, or, Masters of the Universe is for the, and I've dissected, and there's been a lot of lying by omission from a lot of people. Entertainment Weekly had stated Kevin Smith is a super fan. What is he a super fan of? Not Masters of the Universe. He's not. He's gone on record on Comic Book Men, his TV show on, what was it, AMC or something that they used to have. Yeah, he said, he wasn't a big He-Man fan.
I have no love for He-Man either, but he's got a place in the world in a comic book story.
Nothing wrong with that. It's not going to knock it for the people who do. Perfect. You don't have to be a fan of everything. I perfectly understand that. It's what he said at this panel, though, that I think we need to really pay a little closer attention to. So let me pull it up on screen here. And I gotta make myself a little smaller, and I didn't line myself up properly to do that. So we do that, and we gotta scooch just to keep me in frame. Kevin Smith, there he is, and Griffin Newman, Orko, the voice of Orko. Now, he actually responded on one of my tweets when I said, then why aren't people telling us? And he did say, yes, this is going to be a show for the people who are the hardest core fans of the show. The hardest core fans of this show and the series and the franchise are very, very happy with what's going on so far. The memers and the kind of the little NPCs on both sides are kind of picking up on a couple of screenshots of the Tila haircut, and believe me, I've certainly questioned why she would look like that, why she would have that attitude, that mannerism. Why are they taking some of the choices they are?
Greetings, my excellent
thank you for subscribing. If you do enjoy my content, please subscribe. I will probably annoy you and say something you disagree with at some point, but that's okay. That's my job here. Griffin Newman did reassure me. For context, Griffin Newman was responding to a thread where people were outraged at the fact that, yes, this is going to be a Tila series. And you'll see on this upcoming panel from Kevin Smith and Griffin Newman exactly why Kevin Smith was upset. Because basically they leaked the entire plot synopsis of the first part of the show. And of course, in this day and age, we're a little hypersensitive to yet another wham and power female-centered show when it's a classically male iconic hero like He-Man. And he said, yes, the people in charge of the show are the hardest core fans out there. He's talking about, of course, the execs at Netflix. Ted Biaselli is one of them. He is a hardcore He-Man Masters of the Universe fan. He also, we can't ignore this. I'll give you guys some updates before we get into the video. Ted Biaselli also stated, hey, here's some choices we made because we didn't want to have too many white dudes running around on screen. It might be confusing to people. Not your really hardcore He-Man fans, but somebody who's just watching halfway. Yeah, they might be confused. Taking into consideration the SJW element of your audience is understandable, I suppose. Is it forgivable? I don't know yet. There's a lot of stuff that really doesn't sit right with me. But let's hear what Kevin Smith has to say.
Pippin say you apologize to Clownfish. Clownfish was the operation that website and video show and stuff, whatever it is. And I'm
In case you guys don't know who Clownfish TV are, they are a YouTube. You probably already watched them. YouTube channel. They have websites. They publish books. They're geeks. They are fans of this stuff. And the fact that they went in and they found and they got the leaked screenshot from the presentation where they were saying, yes, this is going to be Teela's journey in this first part of the series. Well, they're the first people who leaked that, and they're the people who got the most notice, especially from Kevin Smith, for leaking that. And I guess well, let's just hear what he has to say.
I'm not dismissing it. I have to be so fucking careful because anything I say, they're like, "You're attacking Clownfish," and I'm like,
I hear ya. Ditto.
not at all. I've always been very fucking kind to Clownfish. But regardless, Clownfish, the people are saying you lied to Clownfish. You got to apologize. And I honestly fucking believe with my heart, I put my child's life on it. None of those things I've said are fucking lies. They're all
That's the thing. That's the thing. We don't know what the rest of the show is going to be. He-Man was in this quite a bit. I mean, Adam was in this quite a bit. And if you haven't seen it, you know, you've already seen the spoilers. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that happens that, I mean, Orko sitting right there. All right, full spoilers. Orko goes out fighting Scareglow.
I'm doing it.
In the ultimate hero sacrifice, He-Man, well, Adam gets stabbed while in heaven in the back from Skeletor. Skeletor becomes, what, the Skelegod? What's gonna happen is He-Man's gonna be in hell fighting Skeletor. How fucking heavy metal is that? I think Kevin Smith might actually believe he's telling the truth. I think, and I'll even go out on limbs here and say, yeah, there's a lot of media putting a lot of words in people's mouths, and they're doing the exact same thing they did with Star Wars. You have the media saying one thing and they paint things, they word things so carefully so that we pick up on how something's worded and we assume that Kevin Smith is there saying, hey, I'm a huge He-Man fan, when in fact he never ever stated that, right? They did this with Star Wars, and I'll tell you how I know they did this with Star Wars. Because when I went to Star Trek Las Vegas 2 years ago, I was sitting there in a suite with Clint Howard and a few of the biggest YouTube channels on the internet right about now, where they're having some
Smoke weed every day.
recreational substances, and we're talking about how his brother, the director of Solo: A Star Wars Story, Ron Howard, was told that there was this giant orchestrated boycott against Solo, which wasn't actually the case. There was just a lot of people who didn't want to see it after, you know, The Last Jedi. But the media really seems to be reporting back anti-viewers, anti-fans, anti-YouTuber propaganda to Hollywood. Then we see a headline from the media telling us that Kevin Smith said something, and I'm going to get voted down into oblivion for saying this, and I'm going to get accused of selling everyone out, even though I flat out said, don't watch Masters of the Universe Revelation. It has been a clusterfuck shit show of bad marketing, bad PR, and nobody's going to have any take of this other than that's going to be accepted right about now.
all factual shit. I will apologize for like leaning into it and tweeting and then hitting it again, tweeting again later on, simply to obfuscate from what I felt like was the thing I didn't want anyone to know. Same day that Clownfish's tweet goes up, there's some other tweet that said something to the effect, and again, we're spoiling the show, so hopefully everyone's seen it.
That is exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said. He was lying by omission. He was leaning into it. And he was trying to avoid the spoiler getting out because look at the reaction, right? Look at the reaction. And if this is one of those series where it's going to be the most amazing thing in the last half, no matter what they did now is completely and utterly gone up in flames because of how this thing has been marketed.
That said something to the effect of, I hear they kill Adam in episode 1. So right then and there, I'm like, Jesus Christ, we're like fucking months away from this thing coming out. If this out, it's like, oh man, that's going to suck. And not because I'm like, oh, they'll all hate me and shit for emasculating He-Man. More because like, I just didn't want to spoil what was a cool thing.
Not only...
With as many people in this show that get killed off, right? With as many characters, and what is it? Roboto, Faker, Mossman. I'm forgetting some, right? I thought they killed off Trapjaw. They didn't kill him off. Orko, He-Man, Adam, Skeletor. With as many people as they actually kind of end up killing off in this thing, it can't do anything other than end in a ginormous He-Man goes to hell, fights Skelegod, and then they rise up from the freaking flames like a goddamn heavy metal album cover, which is kind of what Kevin Smith's been leaning into for a while. And I see where they're going. I mean, it's called Revelation. Like the book of Revelations is where I kind of, like, we went to heaven, now we're going to go to hell in the next half. And that's going to be He-Man fighting the goddamn Skelegod. He's going to probably collect Orko.
That, I mean, they're putting the spoiler.
Let me
Oh,
finish.
yes, please,
So,
yes, internet.
While I was sitting there going like, oh shit, they're going to start talking about this, over here is a conversation that I can address. Like, that's like where they're like, hey man, I hear He-Man steps aside, Tila, has a girl, all the things I said. So I was like, I can answer this.
Yeah, Tila doesn't have a girlfriend. She's too damn hung up on Adam. This is one of the things I actually, as a female viewer of a thing, and people are going to be mad at me for enjoying this, I enjoyed the fact that Tila and Evelyn are having real women conversations about chasing after unattainable men, and they see a lot of themselves in each other. I like the Tila-Evelyn interactions, but then again, hate me all you want for it. This is why I say I can't recommend people watching this. I was a She-Ra fan. This is the best She-Ra show so far that I've gotten, but it's all related. It's all in the universe. I can't even judge it based on the whole thing because we don't know how it's going to end. Is it a little male bashy if you really want to interpret it that? Yeah, you're going to have a problem with it. You're going to have a problem with some of that. I think recently with a lot of the recent stuff I've kind of been going through, I kind of liked seeing that for a second. It's not the place for it. It's kind of not the place for it. And of course, I'm going to be people probably aren't even watching this whole video this way. I'm just talking to myself and like the 5 people. I Transcendent, Cthulhu, Morbid Fury, the people who show up at 2 a.m. when we're playing House Flipper. Hello, you guys. That's who this video's for.
And maybe take attention away from this over here. And mercifully, that never got louder.
Yeah.
Like nobody ever knew. So that when the first episode played for people, they were surprised.
Yeah.
So I hope. I mean, some far too surprised and very vocal about it on Twitter.
That's usually what happens, though. So he does apologize, sort of, for omitting and getting defensive. All right, is that a good enough apology? I don't know. I mean, he's not the one who pissed me off. He's not the one who quote tweeted me. Oh, and there is one more little thing for all the people who actually are still watching this late in the video that Kevin Smith has clarified about He-Man. I kind of was under the impression He-Man or Adam was a little, there's a stereotype going around that he is the ginormous gay icon. So yeah, they made it a little effeminate, and I was wondering and concerned, are they going to make him gay? Kevin Smith does answer that here. And if you are still watching this far, there's a couple of things. Like I said, the unobtainable man thing, I almost thought for a minute that Adam was going to turn out to be gay, that they were really, really, really going to ruin it. Yes, it does ruin the character. No, you guys will not enjoy that if that's the case. But Kevin Smith does clarify, no, Adam isn't gay. He-Man isn't going to be gay.
Especially since, a few weeks ago we found out some things Batman doesn't do.
Ooh, Batman doesn't? What about Adam?
Planning process.
If you're asking
the
me,
writing.
does He-Man eat pussy? Yes, he does.
Okay, awesome. Yeah.
Batman doesn't, but Adam does. I just had to laugh at that one. Hopefully, well, he says He-Man, though he doesn't say Adam. Is this another lie by omission? Damn it, don't do a lie by omission. I can't take anymore. I am Mecha. I hope this clarifies some things, but then again, nobody's gonna see this, especially all the way to the end, and people are just gonna assume I said something. They're gonna assume I'm defending the show, even though I'm not. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!